National Road Fund of Liberia. We were set up for the maintenance of roads and bridges across the country. We collect our funding through what we call fuel levy. We have a lot of sources of funding, but we are only utilizing one source at the moment. But the intent of the establishment of the National Road Fund is to be set aside as an independent body for a dedicated purpose. That's why it's a fund. Money set aside for specific purpose. So someone said, but then why we have the Ministry of Public Works? The Ministry of Public Works has a statutory responsibility. When I say statutory, I mean by law. What the law established them to do. What the law established us at the Road Fund to do is to evaluate the projects and the programs that come from the Ministry of Public Works and the Ministry of Transport in terms of road maintenance and rehabilitation and bridges. Unfortunately for us in Liberia, because our road network have been so badly deteriorating that we spent more money on rehabilitation instead of maintenance. When the roads pour, when we have a small pothole in the road, it is at that point that requires us to maintain it. But too often the government with competing priorities does not have sufficient fund at that particular point in time to address that issue. So it remains. I bring my truck, I pass over that potholes. That pothole. Another person passes. Over a period, that hole enlarges. So it's no longer, say, few centimeters, it stretches. I don't want to go too technical, because everybody here is not technical. So basically the hole get big. And then another hole develop. And before you realize, we have 3 or 4 other potholes in the same area that have undermined the integrity of the structure or of the pavement that is there. So instead of us finding $1 to cover that hole, we now have to look for $3, sometimes $6. So it doubles, it triples the amount that is supposed to be used for maintenance. Now we're using it for rehabilitation. And the only way for maintenance to be conducted is if we have a properly, layout road, and then we can do maintenance. But if our roads are beyond maintainable state, then we first have to restore it before we carry on the maintenance exercise. So a lot of you say, but what are the roads that Road Fund people doing? Every time we hear 3 million, 7 million. But where is this money going? So when I came over as the manager of the National Road Fund, I had those same questions in my mind. What is it that we're doing wrong that we need to correct? First and foremost, we initiated system audits across all of the works and the years that we have stayed in existence. Audits are there to guide you because we are a newly formed entity. This has never ever existed in Liberia before. The first 5 years was a pilot. It was all about learning about this system. Thank you for the time.
Yeah. Young people, they enjoy old man then talking. That normal thing. When the women talking, they know how to press the button on you. Thank you, Josita. And that's true. So much brain drain. And the truth is, if we don't work, we'll have a big problem.